Okay, here we are in Paperspace. I'm going to show you how to put image files into your drawing, as well as PDFs. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave Paperspace, and we are going to go to a design layer. So we're going to leave our sheet layer, go to a design layer. So I'm going to go to seating, just because, and then I'm also going to find Aeonus fan so I have a point of reference. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new layer. I'm going to go into layer settings and create images. The image, in order to do that, you just say new, new layer, and then you name the layer. If this layer shows up somewhere you don't want it to be, you can just do what I just did, grab a hold of the number, drag it to the bottom. I always put my image layer on the bottom because generally what you're doing is drafting over something. So here's the image layer on the bottom. Now that's active, so anything that I import into the document is going to do that. So let's go to import. There's many options on import. You can import drawing files from other computer-aided drafting programs such as AutoCAD. I do that all the time with Taproot. Everything, all of their space drawings are in AutoCAD, and so I import them into Vectorworks to draw from. Sometimes we go back and forth. I always export to an AutoCAD DWG file for their technical director because he does all of his draftings in AutoCAD. So there's also the PDF. So I'm going to leave here quickly to show you what that looks like. So Henry did a hand drafting for Aunt Rainey, and on the large format copier down in building services, you can also make copies of hand draftings, but you can also copy them as PDFs. So he sent me the PDF, and then I used the modify scale objects to make sure it was in the proper scale, and then drop that into the drawing. Again, it's on the bottom so that the space drawing sits on top of it, and then of course the lighting instruments are even farther above that in the design layers. So that can be really useful. You don't have to redraft everything. You can just use the PDF. But let's go back to what if I wanted to import an image file. So the same thing is true. This system works the same for all of these things. So we want to say, oh, it would help if I was actually file import, and you want to go to, so you might get confused. You're going to see import picture, import pict, all these things, but you want image file if you're going to import a JPEG. So it usually takes a second. And so you're going to find fan for me, whatever your JPEG is. I picked a random fan off the internet. You will be taking a picture of your own object to drop into here, and then saving that on your computer. So once it finishes rendering, sometimes you have to zoom in and zoom out for things to actually take. The same thing is true when you delete guidelines. Sometimes you have to zoom in and out a little bit just for them to actually happen, although that could just be because my computer is getting increasingly slow. So here we've got this fan. I'm going to move him a little bit over out of the way so that he doesn't end up in any of these viewports by accident. And I'm going to create a new viewport. So I'm just going to go right around this image. I'm going to say view, create viewport. And I know it's in 1 to 2. It's a little, we'll just do 1 to 2 for now and see what it looks like. We want it to go to the same file as, sorry, the same sheet layer as, so it's a little small, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change the scale. Let's try 1 to 4.